Hey, what is going on guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Now just yesterday, HBMs mod released an update and links to that update will be down in the description, and with it came these awesome looking turrets. I mean, how cool do they look? Now, not only are these turrets cool looking, but they are really overpowered. So in this video, I thought I would cover each and every single turret in HBMs mod and make an ultimate turret guide. So without any further ado guys, let's get straight into this video. Okay, so we are gonna start with the basic turrets and then we are gonna proceed to the advanced ones. So first of all, let's cover the turrets which used to be in HBM's mod before the update. And here are all the turrets. So let's take them in our inventory and place them down. And after placing them down, I'm gonna show you how to control them and use them. So the first turret that we have is the light machine gun turret. After that, we got the heavy machine gun turret. The third one is the Tauon turret. The fourth comes the flamethrower. Fifth one is the rocket turret. The sixth is the CIWS or the Phalanx MK15 CIWS, and final one is the Cheapo Gatling sentry gun. So these are all the turrets that used to be before the update. So what I want you to do is take a turret controller and a turret AI chip, and also you need ammo for each and particular turret. So once you have these two items, firstly we are gonna see how to control these turrets manually, and then we are gonna automate the process. So the very first thing that you need to do is you need to place the ammo in each respective turret. Once you right click, the ammo will be in. So do that for all the turrets, and once you have done that, I want you to take the turret controller. Now we have these villagers here who are ready to be a volunteer for this experiment. And once I right click on the turret, or rather shift right click on the turret, you can see that I can control the turret as I want. Right clicking the turret will fire it. So this is how you can manually control the turret in HBM's mod, and this process is gonna be the same for each and every remaining turret, so I'm not gonna repeat it for the other turrets. Now if you shift right click using the AI chip and you right click again on the turret, this turret is now automated. So as you can see, as soon as it will detect enemies, it will start firing on them. So once you add the player data in your turret, anything that is not you, whether it be animals, mobs, zombies, whatever, the turret will shred them down. And this applies to all the remaining turrets. So the second one is the heavy turret. Now once I get the ammo in, you will see that this turret fires really powerful rounds. Now to demonstrate this, 2 villagers will be killed per shot. Look at the power of that turret. So this is good for taking targets which have high armor, and it has decent range. So the third turret we are covering is the Tauon turret, and the Tauon turret has really long range. So it is good for sniping enemies which are far away. And also these rounds are quite good at piercing armor because they are depleted uranium targets, or rather depleted uranium rounds. The fourth turret is my favorite one, the flamethrower turret, and it does what its name says, it burns people. So let me get some ammo for this turret, and once you right click, it will start burning people down. Now the range on this turret is not so great, but it is really good at close range and finishing off multiple enemies at the same time. Now the fifth turret we are gonna go for is the rocket turret, and yeah, it fires rockets, explosive rockets, so I wouldn't recommend using it in close range or it will quickly destroy your own base. Now the Phalanx CIWS is a turret which is used against missiles. So I have made an entire video on the CIWS system. If you want to, you can check it out in the description down below. And now the final turret that we are gonna see is the Cheapo Gatling sentry gun. So fill it up with ammo, and this is a server friendly weapon because it doesn't take too much render time, or basically yeah, it doesn't put too much load on the server. So these are the basic turrets. Okay, so now let's take a look at the advanced turret. The first one being the Chekhov's gun, the second is Mr. Friendly, the third one is the Tauon turret, and finally we have Jeremy, the autocannon. So if I right click on these turrets, you will see that a GUI pops up, which is a new feature. Now there are 4 modes: the player mode, animal mode, the mobs mode, and finally the machine mode. So whatever you set it to, these turrets are gonna lock onto it and they are gonna fire off. Now also these turrets require energy to operate, so make sure that you have some sort of power setup going on. And if I quickly connect it with cable, you will see that our energy bar fills up and now we can turn the turret on and off. Now one thing for players who are going to use it on server, if I set it on players mode, you will see that this turret is going to lock onto me, and if it had ammo, it would have fired on me. So to get rid of this problem, I once again need you to take a turret AI chip, set your data, and then put the turret AI chip in the turret, and finally it won't lock onto you. So the first turret, which is the Chekhov's gun, uses the 50 BMG bullet and all of its variants. Now this is a Gatling gun type turret. It fires at a relatively fast speed and it has medium range. Now the second turret is the Mr. Friendly, which is a server friendly weapon, and also it uses the 5mm bullets. So it is the same as the Chekhov's gun, but it doesn't put as much stress on the server as the Chekhov's gun does. So this is a good weapon, and it can also take all the variants of the 5mm bullets. Now let's come to a third weapon, which is the Tauon turret. Now the Tauon turret will take the depleted uranium-235 box as its primary ammo, and this turret has the highest range out of all the turrets. So you can use it to snipe enemies far away. I highly recommend using this as the primary weapon to protect your base, as it will protect you from threats which are coming from really far distance. I mean, look at the range of this thing. If you keep it at an elevation, it will surely snipe enemy. And finally we have the most overpowered turret, which is Jeremy. It uses 240mm shells which are lead protected. So if I quickly spawn some creepers and start the turret, boom. Now this turret is really overpowered, and I'll just show you why in a minute. But before we do that, let's quickly spawn some creepers to show why this turret, or rather what this turret can do. Boom. Look at that damage. It just one-shots all the creepers. Okay, before we move on to see all the different type of ammo for these turrets, I quickly want to demonstrate something. Now if you link a turret controller with these turrets, you can also control them manually to fire at targets which these turrets won't normally do. So these turrets can be controlled automatically, and they can also be controlled manually, just like the other turrets we saw previously. Now with that out of the way, these are all the different kind of ammo you can use. The 50 BMG variants, the 240mm variants, and the 5mm variants. All of these are compatible with the turrets that you can see in front of your eyes right now. But the one we are interested in is the 240mm nuclear shell. Now this is really overpowered. Look at this. Boom. You see all these villagers right here? Bam. They are gone now. Now this is the power of these new turrets that have been added, and quite frankly, I'm more inclined on using these than the previous one. So this is all I had for you guys today. If you liked it, please smash that like button, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more tutorials like this in the future. Also, if you want me to cover something, please let me know down in the comment section below. Peace.